Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sujarwanto. So today, I'm going to make a video and tell you about the drama. The title is The Telegram. Uh, so for the first one, as usual, I'm going to explain the first part is plot structure. For the plot structure, there are five elements: exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and the last one is resolution. So the first one I'm going to talk about the exposition. So the introduction of the main character and person, a stout middle-aged man of the owner of watchmaker shop near the place Saint Sulpice, and his shop is described as sagging, reflecting his somber mood. And the second one, rising action. Parents calls out to Alexander and insists on telling him about the strange thing that happened to him. Parent explained that he had a very vivid vision after sexing a telegram boy approach him. Parent is shocked to realize that all the years seem to have passed in his vision. In reality, the day is still the same, Friday, the 15th of July. Perron insistently states the telegram was real and that he read it and put it in his safe. Perron becomes confused, wonders, and if vision of wealth, the successor was unhushed. The fourth one is falling action. Falling action. Perron expresses his disappointment and fear that his vision of wealth is not real and that promises to return to give his brother might be selfish. Alexander reiterates that the important thing is the experience of the vision and encourages person to stay on his spiritual path. Alexander promises to return to give parent even greater sacrifices after he becomes more reasonable and grateful. The last one is resolution. The ending of the story is open and ambiguous. It is unclear whether parent finally accepts Alexander's explanation or remains confused and anxious about the reality of the telegram and his vision. Okay, so that's the part one, and I'm going to continue the second one. Okay, the second one is conflict, and the first one I'm going to tell you about the internal conflict. So we have a parent's desire versus financial strength. The evidence is there are conversation. Although I have always desired a son to follow me in this honorable and scientific profession, uh, the second person, my affairs have not got one too well of late, and without my wife's assistance by her needle. The third person, for 2 weeks, Mom Ami, I have omitted my customary cafe after the dinner and even have I smoke no cigarette. And then external conflict, parent versus Alexander interpretation of the experience. Parent, of course, the telegram came, and I'm grateful. And Alexander, whether or not the telegram came, the important fact is that you had the vision. And then external conflict, parent versus Alexander interpretation of the experience. Parent, of course, the telegram came, and I'm grateful. Alexander, whether or not the telegram came, the important fact that is you had a vision. Parent versus external circumstances, financial difficulty. Without my wife's assistance by her needle. So the next one is I'm going to tell you about the characters of the story of the telegram. First one is I have a parent. So uh, for the personality, materialistic and attached to material fortune, and pragmatic and slightly pessimistic. selfish and ungrateful in Alexander's view. For the evidence, materialistic and attached to material fortune, my brother, who long ago ran away on a venture to Indochina, had just died and left me a fortune in tea, and his description of his life improved with the wealth. And the second one, pragmatic and slightly pessimistic. In short, my affairs have not gone too well of late, and without my wife assisted by her needle. Third one, selfish and ungrateful in Alexander's view. His reaction emphasizing that the telegram was real and he became rich, as well as Alexander's reprimand that he is ungrateful. And the second character is Alexander, for the personality, philosophical and contemplative, intelligent and knowledgeable, condescending and patronizing, though perhaps well intentioned. In that case, what is mere business affair compared with the divine philosophy and his explanation of the mystical experience? That's for philosophical and contemplative, intelligent and knowledgeable. His explanation of parents' vision as an experience of the highest order, and his advice to continue practicing self-denial, condescending and patronizing, though perhaps well-intentioned. To think that watchmaker and petit bourgeois highlights person receive lower social and intellectual standing. Okay, the next slide and the one you only is the last one, the theme. Okay, for the theme is materialism versus spiritualism or philosophical understanding. The conflict between parents focus on the tangible benefits of the spouse telegram, well social standing, and Alexander's emphasis on the intrinsic value of the mystical experience highlights this theme. For the evidence, Parnell's detailed description of his improved life with the fortune and his eagerness to indulge in luxuries. And now that I'm rich, I shall never go without it again. No, on the contrary, I shall have at least two on a silver tray. Parents' immediate thought upon awakening. Alexander's dismissal of the telegram's importance, whether or not the telegram came. The important fact is that you had the vision. Alexander's accusation of parents is ingratitude for focusing on the material aspect. And next one, the subjectivity of time. Parents experiences what feels like years passing within his vision, while objectively only a short time has elapsed. This touches on the subject nature of time as perceived by the individual. Years seem to have passed, two separated lifetimes, and startled at finding myself seated in the same chair and wearing the same clothes. Parents' perception of time. Alexander's simple statement of the actual day. Today is Friday, the 15th July. These themes interweave to create thought-provoking play that question our understanding of reality, the power of mind, and what truly constitutes a valuable experience. So that's it from me to explain my story about the Telegram. I hope you get insight and knowledge from this story. So let me say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.